Hi, thanks for choosing me for this project. I initially ran into a small problem, and that's that in order to actually send these friend requests, you need to have a genuine account, or you need to have an account that looks legitimate. Um, as you can see here, it says your account is not yet active yet. Your account must first be reviewed by our gatekeepers. So basically what they do is they get admins to check that the profiles look real, and when you have a profile that looks real, then you have the privilege to send people friend requests. At this stage, because I don't yet have an account which looks real, I can't actually do that, so I'm not quite sure how to automate the process. Um, I think maybe if you could maybe set up an account for me that looks real, or give me access to a real account, um, then I might be able to do this second stage of the project. Again, I'm really sorry that, but as you can see, I'm not able to actually send these friend requests at this stage. Um, what I did do though is I got kind of 90% of the way to finishing. I have the first aspect of what I've made. What it essentially does is it logs you into the site, then it will find a list of your friends, and then it will navigate to their profile page. It will find a list of their friends, and it will scrape the material and ultimately send friend requests to those people. I've also made a simple interface which allows you to specify what kind of people you want to friend request. So if, for example, you only want to friend request photographers, then you can just tick this one and leave the other two blank. This second tab, what it does is it actually uses the search, the kind of built-in search functionality that the site has, and so what you do is you would basically put in your search criteria, like say you want models, female, from the UK. You would then search. You would then click play, or runs rather, and what it would do is it would scrape each individual URL belonging to each profile that's returned, and you could then friend request each person that's returned. So for example, you could say message every single makeup artist based in London, or message every single person like that. So it would loop through this list, continually pressing next and continually scraping the URLs of each profile. Again, like I say, I haven't been able to do the second stage, the actual friend requesting part, purely because I don't have the privilege to send friend requests, because my account isn't yet fully set up. This third thing you didn't actually ask for, but I think could potentially be useful. What it does is it basically it loops through a list of profiles, and I noticed that a lot of people's profiles actually had email addresses on the page. So what this will do is it will read all this text information here, and if there's an email address, it will save it. So what you get is a file with lots of kind of email addresses, which you can then use for potentially for email marketing, if that's something that would be useful for you. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of these profiles also have Twitter URLs, Twitter handles, and Facebook profiles. So that is something that can also be potentially scraped and added to a list for marketing purposes. The other thing I can do is I could scrape the name of the person, in this case Kitty, and you could then incorporate first name information into your marketing. So you could say, you could have an automated system that would say Dear Kitty, and then send an email to that person, and then Dear Stevie Louise Ritchie, or Dear Miss Ritchie, or whatever. So I think by personalizing it, that's a great way of email marketing, if that's something potentially you want to look into. So that's basically my progress so far, and I'm really sorry I wasn't able to fully complete the project as specified in the job description, but like I say, without access to the friend requesting privileges, there's not really much more I can do. And like I say, I just need access either to, a real account, or you could just set up an account that looks real, and then I could go from there. And that's it basically. If you've got any questions, then feel free to get back to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks very much.